Hey, thank you so much for watching. Please would you click subscribe at the bottom, turn on those bell notifications, and write a comment. We would really appreciate it. We want to stay in touch with you. Hey, so the question of this video is, what are the 3 reasons, the main reasons that people buy houses? Virus or no virus? Why do people buy houses? And I'll share with you that reason has not changed over hundreds of years, and it is primary reason number 1, people want to turn houses into homes. If you go back in archaeology and look at caves and the drawings on the wall in caves, what did people want to do? They wanted to build homes. You see pictures of men and women and children. They wanted to build homes. Is the first reason to buy a house so you can make money? No. Is the first reason to buy a house so you can flip it or impress your friends? No. The primary reason that Americans across this great nation buy a house is because they want to build a home. And I want to encourage you, whatever's happening around you, the most important thing is that you build that home and you create memories in that home that are going to last your children's lives and the rest of your life. Reason number 1 to go out and buy a house is you need a home and create a home for those that you love. The second reason is coming right up. All right, so what's the number 2 reason that people will always buy houses? Here it is coming up. It's because there's a human instinct that we want to create our own personal environment. When you rent a home, it's not your personal environment. I remember homes that I rented years ago, and perhaps the children wanted their bedroom a certain color. Perhaps we wanted to do a design on a wall. Perhaps we wanted to add a pool. We wanted to create our own personal environment. You can't do it. And not only that, if you do put that money in for somebody else, on a whim, that owner can say, I've decided to sell the house. The owner could pass, leave it to their children. One of 100 different reasons. You know in the back of your mind every night when you go to bed, it is not your personal environment. Somebody else is calling the shots. When we meet as people and we develop a bond together, we want to live together. It's natural. We want to design things together. We want to create an environment together in a house that we call our own home. I want to give you one example. Yesterday I was speaking to a lady and she was telling me how she wanted to get into a home. And when she talked to me about it, I asked her where she's living now. She said, I'm living with a number of other people. And she said, you know what, Andrew? They are mean to me. And she began to cry on the phone. And when she began to cry and I explained how important this personal environment was to her, she said, please, can you help me? So we're going to turn around, we're going to help clean up her credit, we're going to run a simulator, and pretty soon that lady will have her own house that is going to be her own personal environment. So I want you to remember that. Whatever the news says, those people aren't responsible for your family. Whatever people who are influencing the country are saying, what's important is you, the ones you love, and the children that you make together. And for their sake, create a personal environment that is secure, stable, and steady. And that's what we call home ownership. Third most important reason for buying a house is coming up next. All right, what is the number 3 primary reason that people will always buy houses and that you also need to buy a house? You know what it is? It's to protect and to provide for the ones that you love. That is another natural human instinct that endures through the First World War, the Second World War, the Cuban crisis, 9/11, through COVID-19. It doesn't matter what time it is, that human instinct to protect and provide does not go away, and it's an honorable human instinct. So let me give you an example. Your children are happy in their schools, and suddenly the landlord tells you he's going to sell the house. What are you going to do? If you can't find a house to rent in that neighborhood, you're completely stuck. What are you going to do if the children are picked on at school, or your wife is uncomfortable walking down the street or jogging down the street? It's your responsibility and mine to protect and provide for those that we love. So let's talk about those houses that we buy. Like I say, we turn those houses into homes. And when we do, memories are built in homes. Futures are built in homes. Everybody has a little fear when they buy a house, and they think, oh my goodness, the payment's a little bit more than I thought. We're not going to have so much money. Oh my gosh, it's like $100 more than I thought. I want to encourage you. For hundreds of years, parents have put aside those fears and they've taken risk for their children. It's worth it. You may not feel comfortable, but you know what? Your kids don't have the next 5 years again. These next 5 years, they didn't have a choice to be with you. So it's your responsibility and my responsibility to make the right choices for them. And the right choice is to provide stability and security for the ones that we love, particularly the little ones. Those are my 3 top reasons that people will always buy houses in America, and it's the right thing to do. Thank you for watching, and please, please, please click subscribe right down there at the bottom. Turn on those bell notifications and post a comment. We want to stay in touch with you. Thanks so much for watching The Property Advisor.